everybody? I'm here today to talk to you about staying in your lane while driving. I will specifically be showing you and telling you how to stay in your lane while driving and avoid drifting to the sides of your lane. So many people drive and they drift to one side or the other. You see it all the time. Sometimes it's because they're distracted, like they might be texting and driving or staring at something on the side of the road. But unfortunately, most of the time it's just because they're not great at staying in the lane. So I'm gonna go over 4 simple things that you can do to stay in your lane while you're driving and avoid drifting to the sides. Let's get right into the video. I'm gonna head to the main road over here and I'm gonna use these things that I'm telling you how to do, basically, okay? So we're gonna start off on a side street over here and we're gonna make our way to the main road. And all of these things will apply. So number 1 is to drive with the flow of traffic, okay? If you're driving faster than the flow of traffic or slower than the flow of traffic, it's hard to stay centered because everyone else is passing you or you're passing everyone else, either way, and you're trying to stay in your lane, but it's hard because there's so many moving parts, as you can imagine, okay? So with that being said, it is super duper important to make sure you drive with the flow of traffic as much as you can, okay? Now, am I telling you to drive faster than the speed limit? No. Only drive with the flow of traffic if it's safe to do so. That means that if everyone else is driving at a safe speed and within the speed limit guidelines, drive with the flow, okay? It's simple as that. If you have to drive too slow, it's gonna be very hard for you to stay in your lane. And if you have to drive too fast, it's gonna be hard for you to stay in your lane as well. If you keep with the flow, it's easy because you're gonna be going roughly with all of the other cars. So it's super easy to stay in your lane compared to not driving with the flow of traffic. Number 2 is to look several cars ahead. And I'll demonstrate this right now as we get on the road. If you're looking at the car directly in front of you, you're gonna follow whatever they do. If you're looking at the car in front of you and they drift a little bit to the right, you're gonna drift to the right as well. Because you will go where your eyes are looking. If I look to the right, my hands are automatically gonna start shifting to the right, slowly, but they will, okay? So as I'm about to turn on the main road here, I'm gonna be looking several cars ahead. I don't count the number of cars ahead that I look, but I probably look a solid 10 cars ahead on average, and that allows you to stay within your lane, okay? So give me one moment here. I'm about to turn onto the main road. There's a bit more traffic than I had anticipated, but it's all good. Traffic is good in this situation. It helps you stay in your lane, believe it or not. So I'm driving on the main road and I'm looking like, I don't know, at least 10 cars ahead, okay? And it's easy for me to stay centered in the lane when I'm looking that far ahead. If I'm looking directly in front at the road, look, I'm drifting to the left and I'm like, and I've been driving for many years and I teach driving through my videos, right? So even myself, if I look to the left, go ahead, bus is trying to get in here. If I look to the left, I'm gonna drift to the left. So by looking several cars ahead, it allows you to stay in your lane and not drift, okay? I'm at a red light now, just so you know. Number 3 is to be flexible and fluid with the steering wheel. If you're gripping your wheel like this, it's gonna be hard for you to stay in your lane, okay? Super hard for you. What I'll do is I'll turn over here actually, just because this has lane lines. It's a semi-major road, so I can still demonstrate it right over here, okay? So if you're gripping the wheel really hard, it's gonna be hard for you to stay in your lane while you're driving and not drift around. But if you have a nice flexible approach, you still need to have a grip, a solid grip on your steering wheel. But if you're a little bit more flexible and fluid with how you're gripping it, you can make the micro adjustments that are needed, okay? You know, no lane is perfectly straight, and no car is perfectly straight, and no steering wheel is perfectly straight, and no person can guide their car in a perfectly straight manner. So you have to sort of make these micro adjustments, which are these small little adjustments that help you keep your car within your lane, okay? So I have a nice fluid hold on the steering wheel, so I can make tiny little movements to the right and left. You can probably see my hand right here, what it's doing. This is how you stay in your lane, okay? Last but not least is number 4, which is to constantly check your mirrors. Now, you have 3 mirrors, and each of those mirrors serves a specific purpose in allowing you to stay in your lane, okay? Your rear view mirror allows you to see behind you, and you can see a broad view of how centered you are in your lane, okay? So when you check your rear view mirror constantly, it's showing you the broad view behind your car and sort of what it looks like behind your car. And you can see if you're roughly centered in your lane, and you can compare yourself to the cars behind you as well through your rear view mirror. Okay, the other two mirrors are your side mirrors. Now your side mirrors allow you to see down the sides of your car. And if you have them positioned correctly, you can probably see the lane lines beside your car when you're looking down the sides of your car. So I can see how far away, I'm on a side street now. I can see how far away I am from the curb using my right side mirror, my passenger side mirror. If I was on a main road and I looked in my driver's side mirror, I could see the lane lines down the driver's side of my car. So by looking in the mirrors, it allows me to see what's going on with the sides of my car, and I can use that view of the lane lines to help guide where I am in the lane. If I can see the lane lines, I can know that I'm centered in the lane and that I'm within my lane. If I'm drifting a little bit to the right, I will be able to see through my right side mirror. If I'm drifting to the left, I will be able to see through my left side mirror. So those are the key factors for staying in your lane while driving. And like I said, obviously, the last one that I have to say, I probably shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to anyways. Don't drive distracted. If you're driving distracted, then that's why you're swerving around in your lane and drifting to one side or the other, okay? If you're, on your phone, or you're staring at the side of the road, or you're adjusting your radio controls and you're focused on it, obviously you're going to be drifting to one side or the other. So it's very important to not be distracted as well. And I didn't include that because it should go without being said, but I'm going to say it anyways. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.